Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. We are loading into the game now. I'm pretty sure Zabby's already in there. Are you in yet?
I've actually had the game running since about 10 this morning or so. Got iced in from work, so hey, may as well do something else.
Yeah, I've been working on other things. I just got in. So I think the first thing we need to do is we need to find a big flat area to put the ride. Some place where the terrain won't mess with it that much.
Yeah, for this one, you really need the flat area, because if I remember right, this one isn't the race course, not yet.
Yeah, we're not doing the race course yet. We're doing something else right now. Just trying to figure out where. That the rock would reappear. Thinking. If. Round. Figure it out here. There. The feeder bait. What about up here? Top of the mountain. We're up on the mountain. Thinking maybe the very top of this mountain here. Right up here. Or maybe a different ride up here.
Yeah, it feels like a mountaintop. Probably want to save for something else. I mean, an arena seems more like something you kind of want in like a valley or a bowl.
Yeah, it's just finding one where there's not a bunch of rocks that pop in the way.
Even if you go ahead and harvest them out, they'll still
They'll
pop back.
repop and you'll have to clean it all out.
I mean, it'll cost you some blocks, but you can elevate the entire thing a little bit. Just make sure that it's smaller boulders.
I'm thinking right here. This looks like a pretty decent big flat area.
Yeah, that's looking pretty nice.
And you.
A bit irregular, so you're definitely going to want some foundations to it. But
Yeah.
And yes, Sticky, Space Mountain. Or Space Skull Mountain, because I don't think we were able to get the name of the planet fixed, were you?
I haven't even bothered trying. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We'll build the walls with steel for now, or wood for now. We'll put up one wall.
And I think I might actually be waiting for permission to join into your group here.
Oh, let me bring that up then. Back out of this. Options, network.
Right.
Give me a moment here.
Yeah, somehow I guess No Man's Sky list is different from the Steam list.
Yeah. Well. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to do it through Steam itself.
I hope mine just didn't freeze up over on this connecting screen here.
Okay, there we go. I just did a Steam invite.
Okay, accept invitation. That could be something different.
Let's go ahead and go back into here. I want the track floor. Well, we don't want. that. And up here, we're going to be putting a bunch of metal plating down. I want this thing to be big.
I mean, you haven't really shared what is going to be the arena for yet, have you?
It's just going to be a flat area. And it's not the arena that we're building. It's the bumper car area.
Okay. Okay, yeah, the other course you're talking about, that's gonna
Yeah.
be a bit more involved. So yeah, this one, yeah, probably still want the same sort of area for it, really.
Yeah. In all honesty, both areas could do the same thing. Oops. Delete that. Fill out this way.
And it's gonna be, well, have to relaunch the game completely. So,
Ah,
well, the difference, Sticky, is in one, you're encouraged to shoot. In the other, you probably shouldn't, but I don't think there's really any referees, so.
actually, let me read what he was saying. Oh yeah, in one you're encouraged. The other, it's just bump into one another. But I'm thinking just making the arena one big place, and then have that be bumper cars and
That could work. I mean, you're still going to be putting... Because I think even with like a bumper car, you're still having some obstacles in the middle to kind of break things up.
yeah.
Or positioning still matters a bit.
I'm just doing the outline of the whole entire area. Hopefully I have enough ferrite dust to do this all.
You got rocks around you. So there's dust just waiting to be picked up.
Yeah, but it has to be the small rocks. Because you go with the bigger rocks, you either get
You get the pure ferrite, but
yeah. There's that part of it.
I mean, you've got the oxygen to burn, and you've got the medium refiner either on the ground or backpack version.
Yeah.
You oxidize it back into rust, and then from there turn it back into the dust. I mean, if you're not trying to ramp your bumper car out of the arena, are you really trying? That's the question there.
Well, there's going to be walls to this. It's going to be enclosed.
Like I said, if you're not trying to ramp out of it, unless you put a straight up roof over it, and even then, you might still be able to physics clip your way out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, special trophy for anyone who does.
Yeah, definitely. Huge trophy for anyone who does.
Exactly, Sticky.
Yeah, definitely.
So some of what I was trying to do earlier today was actually going around looking for crashed ships I could salvage for some fairly easy money. It's like repair 2 components and you're done. Just engines, lift-off thrusters, don't need anything else as long as it's a peaceful area. So I've got a stack of maps. Every single one is leading me just to an abandoned building. I'm getting no ships whatsoever.
Oh, you want a ship hunt? Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had those. That's the reason why I give myself days to record with No Man's Sky stuff, is for that exact same reason. Because there's times where you're like, oh, I'm going to do a video on how to do this. And it requires those types of maps where it just randomly,
Yep.
and next thing you know, it's just not giving you what you need.
And luckily the money was kind of a stretch goal for today, especially since I found, hopefully it'll still be there by the time I actually have the cash to go back for it, found a A-rank rifle, something like 27 or 29 slots. I mean, yeah, it's not S-rank, it's not the very best you might possibly get, but it's a huge improvement from what I've got now, which is like a C rank with 19.
Yeah, and you know, the great thing is you can always go and turn that A rank into an S rank. You just gotta have the nanites to do that.
Yeah, a lot cheaper to start from A and go to S rather than start from C and go down, though.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, there's something definitely went wrong with the first try at it here. This time came right through.
Oh no. Yeah. This is going to take some time building up. And now here's a question for you guys. Have any of you played Rocket League? Because if you have, there's something from Rocket League in the arena that I'm going to take. I'm going to put into this arena. And if you guys can tell me what that is, I'll be surprised. Gonna be a big arena. Missed that spot.
Just crowding your orbit a little bit here. Gotta get my freighter in, gotta get my copy of the anomaly in.
Oh, that sucks, Sticky. I've had that happen, and that's not fun. I mean, heck, I went looking for Paraphernum today, and I did the stupid thing. I didn't bother checking my home system or the planet I was on. Went searching through 5 solar systems, not finding them. Like, fine, I'm going home. And lo and behold, when I get back to this base that we're building on that planet, there's Paraphernum right on the planet. I'm like, oh man, are you joking? I spawned in on the base and everything, and like 300 units away was a Paraphernum spot, and then like another 300 units from there was another one.
Oh man.
It's just like, oh.
Gotta pay attention.
Yeah, I played Star Trek Online. I actually like Star Trek Online for the fact that it has the space and the ground. And when you do ground, you can actually take your crew members with you and run with that. and that's really cool. I like that they did that. I mean, Cryptic, before they went down the rabbit hole of the being a part with NC's, or not NCSoft, but even with NCSoft, the companies that have control of them just make some bad decisions afterwards. But the guys behind Cryptic originally were really smart.
Mm.
Because I know that they got the whole entire crew thing from, we did Masterminds and City Heroes. We can easily carry that over and do crews for everyone in Star Trek Online.
Mm-hmm. And they do have a lot of good systems in there.
Yeah.
But definitely once you have like 3 or 4 different currency cash shops going at the same time, and so you got your premium shop, you've got like this special event currency, you've got this other special event currency. Once you've got like 3 or 4 of those, the game starts getting very, very opaque.
Yeah, and that's the reason why if we ever do a game with a cash shop, which one game idea I have will have a cash shop on it and be free to play, it's not going to have an in-game currency. It's literally going to be, you want to buy this? Here's the actual dollar amount it's going to cost. And we're talking like 50 cents for texture. A whole entire new model, depending on how big the model is going to be a small amount. If it's a whole entire new other thing, like a whole entire new level or something like that, or expansion, different price.
Yeah, the big thing with the premium currencies, at least from what I've seen, there's probably stuff I'm missing. It's not something that I've sat in on any board meetings for about it. Mm-hmm. But the big thing from what I see on how they work is by never setting the amounts that you buy quite equal to the amounts that you'd be paying on there, means you've always got a little bit of residual. So there's always that temptation to just top it off so I can spend this amount on this I've got over here, rather than, you just have 0, in which case you put it out of your mind completely. And then there's the other side of it where people just put their money into the company, and then even if they never use it, the company still has that money without even having to deliver anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's company-wise, it's taking a handicap not doing it that way, but it feels a lot more, bluntly, moral to just not use those little tricks.
Yeah.
No knocking off just 1 point off, or 1 cent off the cost, of just round it down. So instead of just even $5, it's $4.99. It's just it's $5. Everyone knows it's $5.
Yeah.
Just respect people's intelligence enough to not play those little games.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why, also the other thing is that anything in a game that I actually make, or we make, anything we charge for inside the game for microtransactions will only be cosmetic. It will never be, pay this to get experience boost, pay this to get this really powerful weapon. That's no, that's not the point of the game. Then you're breaking what people are playing the game for. I also believe that MMOs should go back to the subscription-based model.
As if folks can tell, game monetization is something that we have opinions on.
Yes.
We can go on for quite a while about them.
Yeah, I think just, I prefer playing the box value and then having the game.
Still have to borrow the landing pads from this archive over here. Also, it's not an archive, it's a tourist shop. They don't know it yet, but...
Yeah. I'm waiting to get the new space stations in No Man's Sky. And the new spaceships. I wonder what functionality is going to be new with those spaceships. Because every spaceship has its own unique functionality and use. I mean, heck, I did a video on it that went up this morning about that. And I even gave a reason for the functionality of shuttles. Low cost, and if you're doing PvP, guess what? Smaller hitbox.
Yeah, I mean, something that's overlooked, but if you can fly well enough, you don't need the absolute stats.
Yep. Okay, I think that's big enough. Now let's actually get the... Yeah, the paying for a subscription and then paying for in-game monetization, that to me, that's double dipping, and that's even worse. Okay, those are only used for those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gnomes and WoW, but there's always the really old classic one, Odd Job from GoldenEye.
Yeah. That one in. Just shoring up corners here. Where I have to. And I need to shore up this corner. Be cool. Okay, excellent. I don't have to shore up that corner. Got yourself a little shuttle to buzz me with, huh?
Yeah, I guess it didn't quite skim as close to the top of you as I'd look like from over on my side.
Yeah. That corner is stable, so we need to stabilize this corner. Excellent. There we go. Only had to stabilize 2 corners.
Nice.
Now, but metal walls. First layer. Oh, we're gonna need a buttload of what is it? Soil. Because I mean, the rest of this, after I put up this first part of it, is all going to be glass.
All right. Well, let's see here. Well, I can got 1,800. I can get you right now.
Okay.
There it is. And you walk right out of range as I go to. There we go.
Not even trying. I'm causing problems.
Yeah. Expecting to step on you. Nope. Darn.
Damn it! You pushed me out of the way as I was placing something. And I got this rogue wall in the middle of nowhere.
See, now we're even.
Uh,
Alright, I'll head off this way a
Exomech
bit.
smacked into me and kicked me and pushed me. It's better than what me, Dave, and my brother were doing when we were playing Die by the Sword. So we were playing Die by the Sword. And if you haven't played Die by the Sword, you move around with W, A, S, D, and W. Your mouse controls your sword arm. So you swing, you move your mouse around, determines how your sword arm swings, right? And you can use your sword to attack your enemy. You can cut off their arms, their legs, their heads, things like that. And then you can also put away your sword, pick up someone's arm, still holding the sword, and you can smack the person with their own arm, holding their own sword. So what me and my brother used to do is we'd cut one of our arms off and then run chasing after the other person, hitting them with their own arm, going, quit hitting yourself, quit hitting yourself, quit hitting yourself. You know, normal little brother stuff, right? Well, when Dave, my friend, got into the game, me and my brother chose ogres, and Dave chose a dwarf. And the ogres, by default, get a club. When ogre hits a dwarf, they go flying. So we ended up playing like a game of tennis with Dave's dwarf being the ball. The problem is when the ball hit the ground, it'd go running off. So we're chasing after each other and we're all laughing hysterically. Dave's enjoying flying through the air. We're enjoying chasing him down, trying to hit him. And there's times where we're just trying to keep him in the air, flying around. And as we're doing this, Dave's laughing hysterically. I think we had him going for such a long time of flying around that he slipped out of his chair and hit the ground. So when the dwarf did hit the ground, it didn't move because Dave's just too busy laughing and just having fun with that, you know? Just, it's fun when you have friends who know how to utilize a game and work with a game that's not fully in the perspectives that the developers planned, but still downright fun.
That's the best thing about having immersion systems, especially when it's tied in with physics on there.
Yeah.
Because it's not just, okay, here's the game that you made as a developer. It's, here's an entire thing for players to work with on here. And then, you've got your ideas, but eventually they're going to want to mess around. They're going to do something different. And if you leave them that opportunity, you get these sorts of stories. You get the ability to just make memories that last on it there.
Yeah.
And it's just that much more valuable.
And that's the great thing about it. And then there's also, what were we playing? Oh, Carmageddon. We were playing Carmageddon 2. I was showing Dave Carmageddon 2 because it was before his time in gaming. And Dave gets into it and he starts playing around with it. And the next thing you know, he's sort of flying in the air. Flying in the air, because he'd gotten himself pinball and something else, and he'd hit this jump, and a car hit him, and it just threw him up in the air. It's just flying and flying and flying. And for those of you that don't know what Carmageddon is, it's a race where you race and your vehicle has like blades on it and stuff like that, and you mow down these zombie pedestrians and bash up your opponent's cars. Well, with Dave's car flipping in the air and having pinball, when he came back down, it took 5 minutes for the car to hit the ground again. But when it hit the ground again, because it had pinball effect on it, it bounced it back up twice as high. But when he had landed, he hit an ability that caused all zombies in the area any zombie you come in contact to explode, which would cause the chain reaction of explosion of other zombies. And when Dave hit that, It was insane because all you see is when he hits the ground, he landed on a zombie, caused it to explode, caused him to pop up even higher because he still has the pinball. So he's being boosted up by the pinball, then he's being boosted up by the force of the explosion, and we're just looking down and just watching these zombies just explode left and right. We got to the top after about 15 minutes, and then it took 15 minutes to land, and when it landed, all four wheels popped off the car because the pinball effect had lost. So he's sitting there on a car with no wheels on it.
Yeah, Carmageddon is, with the way you could stack all of those together, you get some fun combinations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then another with like that on there, Sticky's bringing up City Heroes. One thing that I used to do back on the live servers was basically try and set up games of Hellion Ball. So it may have actually been Skull Ball. It all depended on whether you were going to Atlas or to Galaxy on it. But I remember one of them, I'm pretty sure it was Galaxy, had this one nice rectangular park down in one corner. It was like no trees. It was basically perfect for a game field of some sort. And basically the rules were simple. It's you go in with like very low level controllers or defenders and use the personal defense shield. So yeah, you couldn't really be hurt. And there was a repel effect on it. So all you do is like aggro a gangster of some kind, lead them onto the field, and then you've got the opposing teams just going back and forth trying to bounce them through the air using the knockback from the field. Of course, since it's possible to get some attacks in on there, the foul in that case is, okay, someone actually took out the gangster. Now you have to go find another ball. It was completely pointless on there, but it was just good fun if you're on like a boring Sunday night or whatever. Nothing else is happening. Don't really feel like going through missions. Don't like feel like doing task forces, anything like that. Just find a chat channel, organize a game. It's good for an hour or two.
I'm redesigning this. I got a better idea. No, not what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and do this. Get rid of that. Totally destroying everything I just built. No idea that's going to work a lot better.
Yeah?
I'm hoping.
Well, maybe something you can try on a small scale real fast to just make sure that it'll work better.
Yeah, that's the plan. I just got to delete some areas so it's easier to try it out.
Yeah, the UK and rest of Europe have had some fairly strict regulations on what can come in, and even if it can come in, who it can be sold to. Not as bad as what I've heard Australia's got right now, but it's definitely up there. I think they got hit by a lot of the video game fear-mongering stronger than the U.S. did, and that's saying something, considering how bad things got here.
Yeah. Okay, so I am going to go through, I'm going to delete a bunch of stuff. Because this new idea will work.
Cool.
I'm gonna leave the corners though as markers for the size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I imagine that'll make things a little bit easier when planting stuff back out.
Yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit B.
Yeah, exactly, Sticky. There's basically an element and basically, especially there's an element of parody in it there that, unfortunately, a lot of people don't seem to understand parody in and of itself. And then especially when it's applied to something like, well, graphic violence.
Or like what I did for the Blood Bowl video. People got so upset with the beginning of that video thinking I was being serious. I know I'm not an actor, but I mean...
Well, I mean, especially when it comes to a subject that people have their own opinions on, because and there's definitely going to be a bunch of people that... There are the two sides of it there. There's the meta for it, where, okay, you want to hinder a team before they can be a threat to your league standings. But then there's the other meta side of it, where you want it to actually be fun for people to just be able to continue through, and especially if they're the first timers, like you brought up.
Yep.
It's push and pull on both sides. Hard to tell where precisely the developers come in on it, since... If anything, they actually penalize people for trying to protect themselves at the moment, but everyone kind of agrees that they haven't done a good job on that front on any of their things. So,
well,
I don't know.
The developers on their end, they have to pretty much keep to what Games Workshop says, because it's Games Workshop's IP. So it's pretty much Games Workshop says. Jump, you say how high.
I can't imagine that Games Workshop cares all terribly much about how dropouts during a league are handled, however.
True.
I mean, if the goal is keep it on par with the new version of the rules that they're putting out for the tabletop game, then yes, that's something that obviously they have to stick to. But this is at a different level that I don't think would be handled, and almost certainly can't be handled one-on-one with how tabletop rules are.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, and yes, like, again, there's all people that take the lore of the Warhammer setting seriously when it's plainly, at least especially on the initial run of it on there, it was supposed to be a parody setting. It's look, everything is completely ridiculous, so just go crazy with it. I mean, I could see them as basically, it's the equivalent of like a heavy metal mural posted on the side of an old van. That's the same sort of vibes that gave off.
Mm-hmm.
But then as people start taking it more and more seriously, then yeah, there's this kind of the backlash from the people who aren't involved with it. But I think it actually gets worse when you get to the people who take it seriously go on to become writers and then go on to write more lore for it, and then they try to make the lore itself serious.
Yeah, that's something you definitely don't want for a game. Because it's just like, you remember when we were in the physics class? The first thing that was stated about games physics that's different than real physics? The instructor literally said to us, if the physics you have are realistic but not fun, and you do some changes to the physics and it's fun, use the physics that are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Physics do not need to be realistic in a video game unless you're doing a realistic game. That's the only time.
Yeah, I mean, if the point of your game is that you're creating as close to a one-to-one sim of something as possible, then yeah, your physics have to be spot on. But for pretty much anything that isn't in the simulation genre, the physics serve the gameplay.
Yep.
So if something has to give, cheat that physics engine as hard as you can.
Are you trying to shoot at me?
I'm nowhere near you.
I just saw some beams of red go by my character.
You're probably getting hit by pirates. I'm down in the middle of a giant pit right now.
Someone actually threw you in a pit finally? God, it took them forever. I mean,
I know how it is. I always just take it for myself. Yeah, so definitely make sure to get some roofs on it there, because since there's apparently going to be opportunistic pirates doing drive-bys on people enjoying the facilities.
yeah. Oh, I just thought of a cool update that they could do for the No Man's Sky. The more player-made bases and farming and stuff that's going on in the area, the richer the area gets. The wealthier the area.
Yeah, be able to actually modify how the system parameters are. So
yeah,
so you might not be able to change like the whole economy type, but like the economy level on it there, the violence level involved.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Players would get a kick out of that, because then you could go like an abandoned area, and the next thing you know, the space station's no longer abandoned. It's now gotten to a low level of wealth, and then the more people are in the area doing stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the major theme for the game is exploration of a near infinite universe here, and it does that well. But another part of the theme is, how do you actually make your mark on that universe? What do you do to, not just survive, but be remembered in it? And being able to effectively take over a system and fine-tune it exactly as you want, that is appealing.
Yep, I mean, they already have it to where you can name things, so this is just taking it a step further than that.
Yep.
And because it's all data, it's not going to take up that much hard drive space.
Yeah, I mean, since effectively all the stuff the complex things that need to be stored are just over in the structures that they're already doing for base building as is, then beyond that, it's not much more to basically just have a small sim layer running on top of it that then goes, okay, here's what these structures are, here's the effects that they're having. Effectively, and they already have that system because of the settlements. So it's just take the settlement and expand the same premise behind it to a much larger area.
Yep. Oh, I 100% agree with you, Sticky. Graphics do not make the game. The gameplay itself, the functionality of how fun it is to play, is what makes the game. To this day, I still play 16-bit games. I still play 8-bit games and stuff like that, because those games are fun. One of my favorite games to go back to and play is Daggerfall, the second Elder Scrolls game. Why? It's because of the randomly generated dungeons and the fact that you can create your own spells in that game. I can't believe that Bethesda took away the spell creation system in Elder Scrolls. One of the main features I miss.
And didn't really help their balancing on it either, since you can still do the same sort of stuff with potions.
And enchantments.
Yeah. It's just one less tool for it, but you can still get completely power leveled with that.
Yep.
Okay, let's try and put some of this cavern back to how it was. At the very least, so people won't trip over it coming through the area.
Or fall in it.
Exactly.
Of course, now you're going to leave a little hole there and then call me over to fall in and get lost in it.
Yeah, let's just restore just the surface, so it just takes one quick little shot and whoop, down into a giant cave.
Hitting the wrong key again.
I've already got one full stack of glass. I've got another one cooking right now. And the materials for probably 3 or 4 more. So this should last for at least a decent while. And if you want to go faster, you're going to have to put up some of your own refineries.
Yeah, that's something. I'm thinking of making a little area for people to have use of refiners and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a little, kind of like the utilities section.
Yep.
Staff only.
Well, I'm thinking of creating a bar and in there having an auction bar section. And that auction bar section have oxygen harvesters.
Of it. Though I did think you were saying auction rather than oxygen initially on there, so I was a little bit confused. Like, okay, so that's where you're going to be putting the exchange hub?
Oh, I am planning on putting an exchange hub in there too. Well, of course, I could have the oxygen bar right next to the auction bar. And then just use my bad misspelling so that they're almost spelled alike. Confuse the hell out of everyone.
So no one's ever quite sure which one they're trying to get to.
Yup.
Oh, and then you also have a backup power station nearby. The Oxgens.
Oxygens. There we go. Since I'm so close here.
Oh, make your own spell creation game. Nice, Sticky. Be sure to drop something over in the Discord so we can, if you want us to take a look at it when you've got something to show off.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd be more than happy to do a review and stuff like that on the game. I mean, especially when you're talking to me, I'm not the world's. I'm terrible at spelling and grammar. So if it's got some learning in it too, that'd be killer. Okay, all done there. All we need to do.
Wow, this just goes
This
so
might
much
actually-
faster with the exosuit than it does with the regular just on foot.
Oh yeah? I just thought of an idea. It'll make this a lot easier for what I'm trying to build. Take that. I want to rotate. Kill. So first we're going to do V. Connecting. We're going to do rotates that way. Let's try V. V again. Nope, puts it back to its rotation. Question is, let me check this out real quick. Will this do what I want it to do? It would.
Using the cuboids rather than the standard flat pieces.
Yeah, and I have a way to do the top and the bottom. Problem is my eye-hand coordination for this is not good enough to get it angled correctly. Because as soon as you turn on the snap in, it puts it back to its original orientation. I gotta check one other thing real quick to make sure that this will work. Nope, no. Wanted. Wrong. Fine, let's do this then. Let's go here. Put a few more cubes. Here. That should make it so it'll work now.
Here, hold still for a second. Now, let's see. Okay, so I do have 24 salvage data, so I can get at least a few of the cuboids learned. I haven't gone down that branch at all yet.
Okay, so the cuboids that I need are as follows. I need the curved wall cuboid, the cuboid room, the glass cuboid room, and the curved cuboid roof.
All right, yeah, I think those are all fairly near the start of it, so that shouldn't be too hard.
So. Yeah, there is, and that's one of the dream games I want to make. Will actually have more than just that one. I do one for the fantasy game. Just not socketing in correctly, is it?
Okay, I dropped a chunk of dust there. Now I just need to find my ship.
How? Thank you.
There it goes.
Let's check this theory out.
Oh yeah, Sticky. Everyone gives someone nightmares. Get them old stories of the Fae. Not the group you want to mess around with whatsoever. And kind of like with the Olympians, if they know you exist, you're already in trouble.
That was over. There. That. Too much. Too far. Here, here. Delete that. Back to the.
Yes, like one of the ones that I remember the most on there. Still missing a few details out of it, obviously, but one of the old school fairy stories I remember that kind of highlights the don't even come to their attention goes along the lines of so you had a king who the Fae, like a Fae nobility, had attended a feast of some sort over at his area, or at his castle. And so to return the honor of it, the Fae offered to invite the king over to one of theirs. So obviously step one is, never eat the food in Fae. Everyone should know that. But that's not what got him. So he goes through the feast, everything's fine, doesn't break any of the taboos, doesn't offend anyone, which in and of itself is rare enough for human and Fae stories. But when he leaves, the host tells him, okay, this dog will lead you home. Stay on the horse's back, or will lead you and your men home. Stay on the horse's back until it stops running. So they go out, they follow the dog. Dog keeps running. And I mean, it's like at some point they're able to actually find out where they are, and there's no sign of the guy's kingdom. Like, there's a castle there, but it's completely run down. He manages to get a hold of some of the locals, and they have the story of how the land's king went missing centuries ago and has never been seen since. One of his men decides, okay, I've had enough of this, I'm getting off the horse. Instant he touches the ground, ages into dust on the spot. So everyone that's left, the king and his retinue, they've got no choice but to keep riding forever. And they didn't even do anything wrong. That's just how things wound up going with the Fae. Might not have even been any malice in it. They may have just forgotten, oh yeah, humans don't live that long.
Okay, I'm turning a bunch of ferrite dust into pure ferrite dust, because to make these cubes you need pure ferrite dust.
Well, do you still need regular ferrite dust as well? Because I've got a decent chunk of pure ferrite as well.
Because I can turn that ferrite dust into pure ferrite dust, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Okay, cuboid room, curved cuboid wall, glass cuboid room, curved cuboid roof.
Yep.
That was everything?
That is everything.
Nice. We also need silver for glass cuboid rooms.
Okay, I think I have silver.
I've got some. Definitely not enough for what we need it for here. I've got maybe like 400.
Let me see how much it takes for...
75 per
For the cuboid room? Yep, silver.
for the glass cuboid room. Yeah,
Yeah.
75 silver.
Yeah, we're just putting that on the outside. On the inside, we can put the cuboid rooms and then do the outer lining with the cuboid glass rooms. And that will save us some silver.
Yeah,
Like
still
all-
definitely gonna have to go hunting for it.
Yeah, and I will need to get some more silver because I don't have enough to do even one.
Oh, okay.
So, but this will
Get
make
out
it a
the
lot
anomaly.
easier if you're going to be able to do what I'm hoping you're going to be able to do. Because those round cornered rooms, I want the corner not to be going around. I want it to go up and down.
So basically, you want it on like the lower edge, so the entire thing's got a bevel across the bottom edge of the entire
Exactly, and that will allow the cars to ramp up onto the walls. And then the top's going to do the same thing. Of course, I think the top is already designed that way. Yeah, top is designed that way. Which actually, let me try something here real quick. Don't have enough pure ferrite yet. So let me go... Wrong button. Go here. Take this, put that there. And go here. Go like that. Yeah, it only allows to transform on the one axis. The rest has to be manually done out of snap mode. And that's
Which
where
is
I have
gonna
the
be
problem.
And that's gonna be interesting to see how the cuboids work, because they're meant to snap together. So
Yes.
So we'll have to see.
Man, I know we can do the top that way. If we can't, I do have a backup plan.
Question does come up though: is there a maximum structure limit available for the buildings? I know there's kind of an area limit that can get a little finicky depending on how you build.
I've seen people build a long time ago before even settlements were in huge cities.
Okay, cool.
Technology recharge.
Yeah, one thing I read about thanking the Fae on that, I think it was basically that because you thanked them for something, then that meant that things weren't settled. There was still basically a debt of one sort or another. And debts are a serious thing for them. So implying one in either direction, even if it didn't offend them, it does give them a level of power, which, again, giving them permission to do whatever they want is not a great thing to have.
Yeah.
And I may or may not be dragging a pirate over towards you, so heads up.
Sure, bring a pirate to me. I see how it is.
And he's just hanging right off my left wing here. I'm not sure if he's getting closer or further at this point.
Is it a skull icon?
Well, it's definitely red. He's showing up on the little threat detector there as being targeted. So
Yeah, but I'm talking on your compass. Is it showing up as a red skull? And in the lower left, does it have the red skull saying bounty and then giving an amount?
yeah, looting entity about 140 1,000 units.
Okay, so that, don't worry about that. That's just letting you know that there's a bounty in the area for that pirate, and you have to fly towards him.
Okay.
You're good.
So eventually he's just going to wander off.
Yeah.
But hey, let's still let you know a possible threat was coming in,
Yeah.
rather than just going, oh, hi, found a friend for you, then leave. I'll just have to do that next time.
Oh, I can't wait to do duels with you. I have plans. I have such good plans for spaceship fighting duels.
I'm a Minotaur decided to meet me right at the landing pad.
Oh, yeah. How's this? Allow me to continue doing some work.
Here, alright, that's platinum. We don't need that. And that's what I forgot to check up on the freighter. Well, at least I've got 200 silver here, so that's a
Yeah,
couple
that's something I should check up on my
pieces.
freighter too. Is if I have silver there,
Yeah.
along
I
with
wonder if
any
you-
ferrite and stuff like that.
There's all the accumulated stuff that's, well, I don't feel like dealing with it now. Let's just chuck it over into the storage bins.
Yeah, actually, I should check that right now. Freighter storage. A bunch of gold, a bunch of copper. Salvage data, maps. There's that. Let's put that in the backpack. Got some silver added in. Magnetized ferrite. Actually, I should grab that magnetized ferrite. The wrong key. I can take that magnetized ferrite, turn it into ferrite, and then move up to pure ferrite. Oh wow, that's an insane story there. Sticky, read Sticky's face story.
The Goblin Cook.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go. Oh no, keep that going. So let's go here.
Okay, so basically below this cube where I'm standing here, you want to try and get to the curved one?
No, next to.
Okay, so one layer out.
Yeah, one layer out.
Alright, so let's at least see what I can do with it.
And then let me know once you got it in, because I want to connect a door to one next to it and make sure that we can access and that's connected correctly. So just get one in first and then let me know once you get to that point.
Yeah. do wish we get some numeric feedback on this, though. That would make it so much easier to get these rotations just right.
Oh, if they, I'll tell you now, if they gave numeric feedback, I wouldn't be asking for your help. Trust me. Because if a 3D modeler doesn't know how to work with numeric feedbacks, they're not a 3D modeler.
Okay, so it clips in at the bottom. Maybe I can get a better view of it lining up from the top here. Definitely better fly camera controls as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's a direct fly up and down other than looking in that direction, is there?
Well, if you hit B, you can move. You can go into build camera.
That's what I meant, inside
Okay.
the camera. Because like if I hit spacebar while in build camera,
Oh no, that's
my
just,
character jump
like
jets.
Q and E.
Nope, those change modes.
Okay, never mind.
And the worst part, Q hit me into toggle wiring mode, so I lost all the adjustments that I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, let's try this again. I do certainly hope that once this first one is placed, the rest will at least clamp to it.
My hope too. Oh, it really likes jumping around on you, doesn't it?
Oh, you can see it from
Oh yeah,
over there.
I'm watching right now as you're doing this.
Yeah, basically I'm just going in from different angles to get the best view of the rotation on it.
Yeah, to get everything lined up correctly.
Yeah, at least within a couple degrees on here. But I mean, considering the size of it, 1 degree is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, especially. Okay, here's what I'm suggesting. Pull away from that box and just place it. Don't have it connected to that. You understand what I'm saying? So just
Yeah, so
have it
basically just
about
have
have it somewhere around the same height. Either same height or a little bit higher.
I can't place it in midair. It has basically from wherever the camera is going, it's projecting a line, and the point where that line impacts something, that's where it's getting placed. So it's either
Okay,
against the wall or
so-
it's against the ground.
Okay,
I
so
can't just float it.
So put it up somewhere against one of these walls and just place it, and we can remove the walls and then connect from that one. Okay? So yeah, I say just like right there is good. Okay, now what I'm gonna do. Hold on one moment. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to do the whole entire row of those. So let me remove these and get that wall going, okay?
Yeah. Yes, get rid of those 3 on the other side of it there, and then we'll see, without those messing up, if that'll let me snap to this.
Okay.
Coming. What are you trying to hook onto here? Almost. Well, it'll work for the upper edge.
Yeah. And the upper edge I'm not worried about because the upper edge works the way I'm wanting it to.
Oh, wait.
You got it. Okay, let me start deleting stuff. Hold on. Hey, you here?
Now, I'm not sure how well it's going to work with the corner, but we'll have to see on that.
Yeah, the corner it's not going to do.
Okay, I've got 5 more, so whatever pure ferrite you've got, toss it in my inventory.
Okay, so let me go back out of this. Here. This. That there. Oxygen put in there. That's that. And then that's done through the networking, right?
No, so it's just through the inventory.
Oh, that's
Go
right,
to
inventory,
quick
that's
transfer. Yeah.
Okay, so pure ferrite. There you go. I just give you a buttload of it.
All right, yeah,
Like
that.
7,000 units.
Which, you want to know how much that amounts to?
What?
94 blocks.
Hey, that will work.
Okay, I'm going to have to actually move now.
I'm going to start connecting the inner parts.
Yeah, actually, extend out to the inside with the flats a bit on it there. So we can see if I actually got the top rotation flat or if this entire arena is going to be sloped.
Okay, I just need to wait for some pure ferrite for me. Yeah, 500 should be enough. Go. You want me to place one right next to the one you're working on now?
Yeah, I'd say go about like 3 deep or so. That should be enough to get an idea.
Okay. So 3 deep.
Okay. Now, summon. I don't actually have a ball, so
Nope.
it doesn't seem like it's tilting over much at all here. Until, of course, I go off the edge, but
Looking good so far. I totally agree with you there, Sticky. Back in those days, yes, horses were a status symbol. Just like sports cars are nowadays. Or muscle cars. Okay, I'm going to do a check on something since I have this up here for what you asked for. I'm going to put a door here.
yeah. But you're gonna need a lot of power. Well, is this basically just meant to serve as a foundation, or is the interior supposed to be accessible?
Interior is supposed to be accessible.
You are gonna need a lot of power then, because each one of these sucks down 5 units, and this is gonna be a pretty big array.
Yeah. That's gonna work. Okay, cool. There we go.
Okay, why does it not want to latch onto this edge anymore?
Here. looks like not enough here. Not enough there, right? So let's go here. Here. Here.
Okay, these 4 blocks you've got here, I'm going to remove. I think they're messing with me being able to place down the border. Okay, there's nothing else you can snap to. Why then have you decided that this is as far as the corner will go?
We'll do. There.
Okay, so the curved one doesn't want to work. What about just a regular? Yeah, nothing else wants to attach to this end of it. If I go here, can I go?
Want. Oh, that one.
Okay, it's a terrain issue.
The terrain issue?
Yeah, I'll flatten it in a sec here.
Okay. So we're gonna need to clear out some terrain.
It's just this one little hill that we're at right here that's messing with it.
Okay.
Or at least from what it looks like on my end.
Maybe that's what was causing this. Check.
Yeah, let's take it down to here. Ah, I cannot alter terrain, so you're gonna have to level this off a
Okay,
bit.
give me a moment. I'm testing your theory on something.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Okay, I'm gonna do here, go B. Try this. It's gonna be a pain. That there.
So we do that, and here.
Here. Keys.
How did I get that to flip the first time?
This.
Oh, it looked like you almost had it there.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. I'll leave it alone then.
There we go. Got that one. Keep that. Here.
Something tells me that for filling this entire thing in, we're gonna need to do that off stream.
Yeah, maybe. Keep on hitting the wrong keys. later. You get yours
Top off
figured
this.
out?
Still need to knock the top off this
Oh,
hill
that's
over
right.
here.
So let me back out of this. What I will do. Main manipulator. I'm gonna go from.
I'd say from around this area here, because the rest of it's working fine, so this should be a decent height.
I need to find
standing.
where you're at. So from this area here.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Gotta charge the multi-tool.
Unless we found out you've used all the silicate over for turning it into glass. There's one bit right here. To your left. Okay, so this bit I'm standing on, it seems to be particularly stubborn then.
Move. It's flattened.
There we go. Alright, now let's see if we can actually finish extending this.
Yeah, very true. Are you out of resources?
No, okay, apparently what happened was somehow two copies got placed on at the same spot. That's what was blocking it from linking properly.
Ah.
No idea how that happened, but okay. Fun with the build tools.
Yep.
Alright, so you're still working on how to get the corner?
No, I already got the corner figured out.
Alright.
Actually, I know. Gonna need you to do some more manipulating though to do the corner the way I'm thinking.
Alright, well I've got this chunk of wall extended down to the far end there, so...
Okay. So basically what I want you to do is I want you to create a corner wall that's a corner wall. The way it's normally meant to be, connecting to the one that's right there. So in other words, you see how this is going there?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm wanting on that corner.
Mm. Well, one thing that I might be able to do first is just get the extension wall going down the other side based off of this block.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll have to free place the piece in the corner.
Okay. And what you can do is you can put a regular square one in there to connect those.
Okay, so with how this is going, I think there's going to be some bad news here. Basically, it's locked in this one axis of rotation,
Mm-hmm.
so the only rounded pieces can be, basically with how they're rounded here, for them to snap into this section of the floor,
Mm-hmm.
we can't, like, so this is roughly, I don't even, can't even, the markers aren't showing up quite right. Okay, so basically the stretch of wall that we've got aligned properly is roughly east to west.
Mm-hmm.
So if we want the rounded parts to basically go turn 90 degrees so that they're effectively going the north to south,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to have to be its own section.
Okay, so just put a square one in there then.
Yeah, it's basically we can, so one, like, so two ends of the cube here that we're setting up, we can get rounded, but the other ones are going to have to be flat.
Yeah. So you can put an actual regular cube at that end.
All right.
And then do the rounded on the bottom again.
Well, no, I mean, like, these pieces here, we can't round them unless we want to have another entirely separate snap structure on there.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. And that's going to make trying to get everything to mesh up for the actual the field in the center of it. That's going to be a nightmare.
Okay, so we're going to delete this whole entire wall that you just created with the rounded pieces, and we're going to have to go with my original thought.
All right.
And we're just going to have to do all cubes. So while I'm going through and filling in cubes, you want to go ahead and...
Yeah, I'm just going to start from the far end and start deleting.
Yeah. That was worth a shot.
Yeah.
Because that would have made it so much easier.
Okay, that would have worked really well if Sprint didn't try to auto-center my camera after about 3 steps.
Yeah.
So I guess let's do it at a walking pace. Well, I guess technically that's a light jog.
Yeah.
And there they go.
Okay. Now, just start filling out
And just recube
where I
that
have
whole
the
thing.
markers.
Yeah.
And we'll fill in the cube.
Okay, and then this one I can just do going backwards this way.
Hit the section. Why are you building up?
Because this it's snapping weirdly on some of them, so there's some
Oh.
extras. It's like how that one decided to go out instead.
I need not to hit caps lock, but here, this, there.
Technology recharge.
Finish those off. Cube rooms. Can do.
Of course, the funny thing now is the entire thing's still based off that rotation, so if it is tilted at all, it's still going to be tilted,
Yeah.
even without having the rounds.
Still be tilted. It will make things interesting for the players.
Alright. Okay, yes, we wanted about here.
So let's go here, here, here. This out. Got more ferrite dust in. Oh, we're short by 26. I'm gonna have to wait for some purite. Actually, let me look for some planets, Sticky. I can find us some robot horses and make them my pets and then put them in a corral. So, yeah, that's a great idea. Done and done. So, yeah, that will be one of the things in the game or in the theme park. Oh, come on. That's half the fun. Guess the Fae.
And we can let the guests be. And all we have to do is just make sure they sign the right paperwork, and it's not our problem.
Exactly.
And also then becomes adventure tourism. We can charge twice as much.
I can delete this marker. There we go. Last connection.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you put it in.
I was waiting for you to put it in.
There, I got it in.
There we are.
And I gotta wait for some more ferrite. So if you want to start filling it actually in.
I can plant 16, so
Hey, 16 is more than 0.
yeah.
Technology recharge.
Or to give me a bunch. Yeah, we can also do a petting area too. We can do a couple of mechanical horses and then have a petting area.
Well, I do have some felinoid critters that somehow seem to wind up being herbivores.
Yeah. I want to fill the whole entire paying area with carnivore creatures for some reason, though. And then just
Nope.
not put feeders in. Well, I mean, okay, in a way we are putting feeders in because we're having the guests go and pet the carnivores, but
Yeah, more efficient that way. You
Yep.
don't have to pay for the food. Food pays it. Food pays it to be given away. All right, that is it for all my ferrite.
I don't know. I know that Homecoming came out with a letter showing off some pictures of some of the stuff that they're talking about. And they also Homecoming did state that there is going to be a new mission, in-world mission, along with new costume parts, new power sets. I don't know what those power sets are. I don't know what that mission arc is. But we'll see what happens. But I'm really excited to see what happens. If it was any other server, if it was Thunder Spy, Rebirth, Purgatory, or Freedom, I would actually know right now what they were planning on doing. Because those 4 servers actually let me know before they even announce it to the public. Or they show it to me just as they tease to the public and give me a bit more information because they want me to push the information of the update out onto YouTube. Yeah, Drastic Park business model. Exactly. Okay, go. Did I just put room in a room? I think I did. Okay. Shoot here, shoot here. Nice. These rooms feel off. Did I do the wrong room? I think I did. Okay, I'll fix that problem. I did, damn it. Okay, let's here. That.
So we have to redo what, everything now, or
No,
did you?
I'm
Okay,
deleting
just
what mistake I made.
Okay.
There we go, fixed it. Now we go like that. Yeah, I used a different cuboid room than the one that we have been using.
Okay, so this may not be as bad as necessary because I have an empty planet where one of the primary things marked on is rusted metal,
Mm-hmm.
and it's over in my home system.
Okay.
So I figure I can head over there, just start hunting down the rusted metal deposits
Why hunt down the rusted metal deposits?
for a large amount of ferrite. We don't have to keep going around hammering the boulders where we find them.
Okay. Oh, so those rusted metal deposits give you
Yeah.
ferrite? Okay.
Well, rusted metal can be refined into ferrite powder, can be refined into pure ferrite.
Well, rusted metal normally turns into tainted metal from what I remember.
No, for me, it's always been straight over to. I mean, you might be able to do something else with it, but the basic one I've always had is turned into ferrite powder.
Okay. Here. That's what. Now,
Recharge.
And yes, even with the like where they did kind of like the theme park tycoon style game for Jurassic Park, played that a little bit. Even on that one, though, unless either you mess up your design or you're running a scenario where someone decides, hey, it'd be a great idea to test something by taking down the security grid. Those are the only two ways you're gonna get people eaten. So
yep. And for the Kingdom J, that would be cool, but I don't think so. The reason why Thunder Spy, Rebirth, and those others are around is they want to do things in a different way in building up the server than Homecoming does. So I know that Virtue and Paragon are joining Homecoming.
now what would be neat is if I'm not sure if before this there had been any traction gained on the whole kind of like a central community thing where people would be able to put in like, okay, here's the chunks of assets that we've developed for it. Here's chunks of code that we've developed for it, so that the different servers could just grab from there instead of having to redo everything from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
But especially with the licensing, I'm not sure if that's going to be and because I imagine there's probably going to be some clauses in there about like not really favoring open development.
Yeah,
And
they are going closed development for the Homecoming server. They're not sharing any of their code source or anything else.
Yeah.
And that's something that they stated right away when they mentioned the whole entire thing of getting a licensing agreement with what was it?
NCSoft.
With NCSoft.
It's disappointing because I mean, the only reason it's still going. I mean, yeah, they've had their own thing, but the only reason it's gotten to this point now where they could even get that licensing deal is because of having a community around.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to be able to get the entire community contributing to the development of something there.
Yeah.
And open source is what's best for doing that, especially when there's no profit motive on it.
Well, I think NCSoft might have a profit motive on it. And the profit motive that I'm seeing is if they see enough player bases on all of these servers playing, they'll then go, wait, there's a huge player base. There's a good chunk of profit to be had here. Even if maybe we went back to subscription models or went back to our free-to-play, and then they change their minds and they bring up their own servers and then tell everyone else, shut down. And do a cease and desist, or they're doing a test bed for City Heroes 2. Because they have registered the IP for City Heroes 2. And they did that around 2019. So that's the two directions I'm seeing it go.
I'm actually thinking that kind of links together with the earlier talk about the Fae, because if you think about it, you've got powerful entities that can interact with people, but don't think the same way. Well, I mean, that's kind of a definition of a corporation.
Yep.
And coming to their attention may initially seem like a good thing, but there's almost always going to be something that bites you in the end because you didn't pay attention to the right part.
I want to check something. I need to pull more pure ferrite out. That's enough to do my test.
Yeah, that's my home system. Well, there's lots more than just Fae that'll go after you if you go after their shinies. I think that's pretty much common across just about everything that... Well... Yeah, not even animal level intelligence, because even there... I try and take Magpie's loot from it, you're gonna get tacked.
I have to take down all these walls.
What happened?
It put the walls as the floors, and the floors as the walls. That's the reason why I couldn't hook up the grounding parts that I wanted to hook up. I'll fix it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's on me. I'll take care of it.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of wondering about that when we started. Okay, we'll go with the cubes, but we're still dealing with that, having been rotated. I guess I wasn't thinking about the interiors still.
Yeah. Okay, so we got that. All I want is about the same. So B. Zoom out.
Okay, not you, not you.
Sure.
No, that's just a particularly large bit of asteroid. Hidden behind the rings. Now you're the Sub-Zero planet. Don't care about you. Salt. That's Paradise.
I'm just glad it
There's
gives
the
the
moon.
resources back when we do this.
Yeah.
Oops.
Freighter above the planet so we can actually get my exocraft down here. Oh yeah, we remember when Marvel tried hitting with the
Oh, the lawsuit
With
against
the IP.
NCSoft?
IP violations. That,
Yeah. Oh, that was hilarious.
It was nice to see them get stomped over that.
And it was over stupid stuff too. I mean, they were trying to sue over green and purple shorts and a white star.
And then when the most egregious examples were found that they were actually ones that Marvel had actually made as demonstration rather than the ones that were actually there because people, like non-Marvel employees, had put them together, I don't think that helped their case much.
Well, I remember the judge said that the only thing that he had in question was the whole entire thing of players making characters that were actually, named or created after Marvel characters. And that was their IPs. And NC's or Cryptic and NC walked in with a bunch of letters of players complaining about how their character got turned to generic whatever number it was, and then given a gray tights, and complaining about that because they got an email that said, "Oh, you have a character named after this Marvel character," and then giving a link to the Marvel site showing that character. And when the judge saw that, he was just like, you know what? They're doing everything they can to stop their player base from making characters from your IP. Just because they're behind and so many people are making popular characters that you guys made, they're trying to stop it. And they're doing everything they can. This is not NC and Cryptic's fault.
And they're making a provable, reasonable effort.
Yep. Oh. Okay, I want to get this whole entire setup finished of the outline. I think we'll call it good.
Yeah, a lot of the mining and building just to get this thing filled in. It's going to be incredibly boring for you folks to watch, and we've only got so many stories.
I mean, yeah, I have No Man's Sky stories, but oh, there's one right down here. Take that one out. One's that way.
Okay, done. Yeah, so it's just straight 1 to 2. I can't put anything else in there to get it more effective. Yeah, that's going to be a while.
Ooh. Oh well. Do this. Go. That there, that there.
course, I'm half expecting at the start of the next stream, CC here is going to reveal that, oh yeah, I've had this automated harvester sitting on ferrite for 3 months now that I've just forgotten about, and it's completely full.
It's got millions of ferrite in it.
Yeah.
Now quickly, I want to go and build one that's... Oh. This happened. Oh, that's right.
What's going on over there?
Oh, I was just looking
Building.
at my, I thought the side ones were the ones we were actually doing.
Hmm.
And then realized, wait a second here. Because the angles were off. I'm like, this makes no sense. I have snap on. They should be snapping the exact orientation. Okay, there. Got it all put in.
Okay, and unfortunately, it looks like the whole, oh, let's go for the rusted metal deposits. Yeah, they're only giving me about 100 or so rusted metal per deposit. I mean, it's still a good planet to go on, because you don't have to worry about plants getting in the way. So you just, because it's actually faster just to hoover up the small rocks, of which there's quite a lot, given it's an airless moon here.
Mhm.
So I'll still be here, just taking a different approach to what I was expecting to.
I'm now placing the foundations to hold everything up. One there. We do over here, maybe. Yeah, two. Don't need one over there. There we go. That whole entire area is going to be filled up with our arena. And it's going to go high too, because what we're going to do, see, can I build one? I have enough to build one. We're going to be taking, let's go B. I'm going to be putting these there. So B is, it'll be a glass view. And then I'm going to put metal plates and cause a curve up ramp for the buggies to go up. And the top, actually what I think I'll do, go here, this, get rid of that, get rid of that, go back to this. Just missing silver. I'm gonna have to mine a bunch of silver to do it. How high should we make? I'm thinking maybe 4 or 5 high, but then we also take this. We'll have to do that later, but You guys get the gist of what I'm going for.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's gonna look really, really cool, really, really interesting. And then on the outside, there's going to be seating areas. So that will be really cool. In fact, speaking of seating areas, go ahead.
I was just wondering if
Mhm.
if you make the kind of the upper edge of the whole thing using the glass bricks there, you basically build the seating areas into the frame around the entire thing.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the snaps for these parts do not snap with the other base building parts.
Mm.
So I have to do it by hand, by eye for the first placement, and then go from there.
And we've already seen what problems that can wind up causing.
Yeah. So it's an all by hand. But once you get the first part in and everything's set up, I plan on having actual seats and stuff like that. Because, like, for instance, if I were to go here, place this here, and let's say I take this, place it, let me go rotate it around like so. Oof. No. That didn't. Let's go ahead and here. There we go.
Honestly, if I had just one complaint about the building system in No Man's Sky, it's that you have basically 3 different sets of structures that just do not play well together.
Yeah.
If they could do some work and actually find a way to get them all to snap in together, that would be make things so much nicer.
Ooh. Go ahead. Gonna do E. That up. Excellent. So yeah, basically bleachers will be like this. And we'll have chairs. Eep. Let's see if we can find a better chair. Something more interesting would be nice. Oh, I don't have Star Silk. No. So, and then our bleachers be something like that. And the great thing about doing this is people will actually be able to sit and watch. I think that would be really, really cool.
Yeah?
Go collect some. Sticky, you and space puppies. I'm telling you. Dude. I am still working on that design for a t-shirt. And like I said, I'm giving you a free version of that t-shirt that I'm going to be coming up with. It's going to be going on the store. Just because you gave me the idea, and it's going to come out really, really good. It's just going to take time for me to draw out, and starting soon on the weekends, I will not have my tablet to do my artwork because Zabby is stealing my tablet for the weekends.
Well, I mean, on Saturdays. Sundays, I'm not going to have the time to do anything with them.
True, but Sundays I'm busy, and Saturdays I'm busy anyway, so...
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not really a problem.
Exactly. Yeah, the train manipulator coolness is a great thing. So at least we got the base design layout of what things are going to look like.
Yeah, and we know some ways that it doesn't work. So now if anyone else is trying to big scale, you can see this and know that, hey, this method might not do it. Or if you do know a way to make it work so that we have to redo everything yet again on here, go ahead and let us know so that CC can cry about it.
Yo, you'll cry too because all the work and trying put into it.
All my work's already been destroyed, so...
The one thing I'm worried about is Sean Murray or one of the developers seeing this stream and going, We can code that in real quick. Code it in, patched. Here you go. Because I'd love to see these parts here, the regular base building, connect to these base building parts here. I think that would be really, really nice. I'd love to see these connect, and then being able to do different rotations so we could do like what we were wanting to do with the corner wall and make it a corner floor where it goes floor to wall corner for what we're trying to do. Instead, we're gonna just have to sort of manipulate the system, which I know how to manipulate the system that way, with doing what what the idea is. And if they had like an actual corner piece instead, sort of like the corner here where corner, round up in the corner, be really cool. And I know how to 3D model that kind of stuff. That's not too hard, but I don't know what format their models are in. So.
And of course, the problem where if you decide, I'll just go ahead and do it myself, sure, it'll be viewable on your version, but no one else is going to be able to see it.
Yeah. All right. Sticky, you have a great night. See you on Friday for Blood Bowl so you can see what happens to your character. I think I need to take a break too. So, except I need to make an adjustment here. One extra box here that's annoying the heck out of me. There we go. Fix that problem. We'll just place that. So I'm going to be spending the week going and getting more pure ferrite so we can fill this thing in. It just fell off the top.
Ended on a high note.
I got a bunch of ferrite here. I just got the craving to finish building out a little bit more. So I'm not leaving right away. I want to use up all my pure ferrite.
So what you're saying is if I rush back soon enough here and dump everything that I've got onto you...
I'll shoot you. I know where you live.
See what conditions I'm working under here?
Conditions you're working on, I don't pay you.
Exactly. And I'm having to do all this for free. Can you believe it? Nerve of this guy.
I see how my promotion for your channel is gonna go. Make it sound like I'm under duress. You know what the funny thing is with this design we're doing, all these cubes that we're having to put in here are going to end up being blank space.
Yeah.
There we go.
Have to get some interior divider walls in.
Oh, I have plans for another room that's going to be somewhat like this. It's going to be really, really interesting. I'm going to make a giant cube, and inside the cube, I'm going to fill it with floors and walls and doorways, and turn into a giant cubicle maze. Using the stairs, ladders, and all of this other stuff.
Though, it does bring to mind, what exactly are you going to be doing with all of that space inside the cuboids that we've been planting down here, then? So
they're hollow inside, and when you connect one to another, here, I'll show you.
Yeah, I know they'll all turn into a room, but...
So this is going to be the giant arena or driving around in, doing combat, stuff like that. We can turn this big square room into whatever we want.
Okay, so we're gonna have to. So building up that initially on there wasn't exactly a bad thing because everything is going to have to go up like 3, 4, 5 layers. We've got enough space to work with.
Yes. So that building these 3 glass things is is just showing the height that we're working towards.
So on the one hand, yes, that's going to be a way to keep everything inside. On the other, we're going to have to see if you can actually summon exo-vehicles inside a building, because technically that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, it'll be a test, but if that doesn't work, then we can use it. I can turn this into the maze idea. So no matter what, this square will get used. It'll either be the battle arena for everything, including exocrafts, the bumper car arena, or it will be turned into a maze, and that's it.
So it might be worth just over on the side or somewhere, just do a quick little like 3x3x3 cube. Drop down a summoner platform inside it and see if that'll work.
Okay.
Is that'll save a whole lot of effort rather than, okay, let's build this entire thing out to the entire level.
Yeah.
And find out that there's no point in having the top several floors.
So I just used all of my... Oh no, it turns it back into pure ferrite. Excellent! Perfect. Oh, and of course I just ran out of carbon
Technology recharge.
in my fuel. So I'll do this test real quick and then we'll call the stream an end. I know it's going longer than normal, but I'm pretty sure you guys won't complain. Plus, you'll also be learning something on what's possible. I'm just happy we got the actual dimensions in.
Yeah.
Go. Go. That's right. Source. Okay. Here. Almost done. Up here so I'm not in the way of anything. Here. It's all done there. This here. Let me Okay, it's gonna work.
All right, let you summon inside.
It lets me summon inside. If
Nice.
Are you looking at my screen?
Yeah, I'm looking at the stream there.
Yeah. So there we go.
Awesome.
So that answers that question. I'm making the buggy glitch out because I'm deleting the building as it's inside there. So it's just sort of shaking around.
Yeah, let's see if you can launch the door, but
Yeah.
just collapses. Darn.
Yeah, it just drops down. But that's everything there. So while off screen, what I'm mainly going to focus on is getting the Purify Purite, so we can continue building this big thing out. And we'll build another one later on that will actually be a whole entire maze thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to take longer to build.
Yeah, because you're gonna have all the internal bits to put together.
Or we
Of course,
can
he
make-
also doesn't have to be quite as big around as well, too.
Yeah.
Because I assume that one's just gonna be straight to personal scale rather than vehicle.
It is going to be personal, but having that big of a maze,
Mhm.
fun. Anyways, I am off. I want to thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed and have a great night. Anything you want to say, Xavier?
Well, just again, thanks everyone for coming by. Hope you had fun, and see you all on Friday.